not going to change the world with blame and shame and threat and guilt, and as accurate as that might be from a relative point of view, people move to possibility. And so the beautiful thing that's going on right now, I think, is that people understand that the sort of pandering that happened starting with BP and Ogilvy and Mather in 2001 about this is what you can do to, as an individual, like these individual decisions, individuating the problem and the cause, and you can ride a bike and you can use cold water in your washing machine and you can recycle this and all that. So all good things to do. But again, it was highly individuated, And then what happened is that then individuals kind of understood, well, I'll do that, or some did, or they care, but they knew it wasn't sufficient, absolutely not sufficient to the task at hand. And then they looked to the Conference of the Parties, to, the country's politics, legislators, to enact things that would make a difference. And that really never has happened. I mean, virtually not at all. It has in some countries like Denmark and Norway and things like that, but not much. And the Conference of the Party has failed for 27 years, And so what happened is I think people felt like, wow, and what they overlooked is what you're talking about, what you're referring to is what's happening on a community level, because that's where the action is. That's where agency is. That's where the changes need to be made in any case. And the point being is that what communities are doing, in my opinion, and what I see, and I think what you're registering as well, is they're making life better for people. Hello. That's what human beings want, and
absolutely.
They don't want a message that says stop, less, don't, all these negative things, and so forth. They want actually to move to possibility.
Absolutely. I love that, what possibility brings. And what I found, I stopped trying to convince anyone of anything years ago, a couple dozen years ago. It really was looking at creating a space, really creating a space for people to come together, share their ideas, find tools and resources to make it happen, because we firmly believe that, in our work, in our firm, that resilience is built on the local ideas of local leaders, and that people are the best guides and advisors for their own lives. They are their own experts. But sometimes, especially when people are struggling to put food on the table, or have experienced, Paul, as you alluded to, that sense of othering over time, or really specific cultural degradation, cultural depression, cultural othering, so many isms at the community scale, it takes a different set of energy to come to the table to some degree. So absolutely agreeing that the collective is effective. The collective is far more effective. But even when you look out across the globe, whether that's maybe in your own bioregion, community, or when you look more broadly, Paul, where are you finding inspiration at that community scale? What's allowing people to come to the table, especially when they're struggling or feeling despair? Like, what's lighting you up and what's really moving the needle?
Well, I think that the beautiful thing about communities, or even it can be cities, or communities, obviously towns or communities, the thing that unites us is far more important than what divides us. And we're so inured to the media, and whether it's social media, whether it's the press, whether it's news as it comes to us and so forth, which is, or just political advertisements themselves, it's always about division, other. And the thing about, when you talk to your neighbors, when you talk, and you realize, hey, we're in this together, and you start to really find those points of connection, that actually are bonding as opposed to separating. And to heal the world, to restore life on Earth, means to heal the profound disconnections that have arisen and that continue to grow, actually, and those and the disconnections are between each other, from people from each other, the disconnections that people have to the living world, to nature, and then the profound disconnections we've created in nature itself by how we have treated our forests, our grasslands, our waters, our oceans, our wetlands, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And so really what community is that process of donning the sock of beauty